Hi, I'm Sarah Lynn.
I'm Geraldine.
This is lesson 3, our boot camp.
Okay, so for lesson 3 today, we're going to continue with tongue exercises, of course. And we are going to use the K sound to help us facilitate the R. And we're also going to blend into the GR sound. So we're starting to introduce an R today. We'll practice the K to get the tongue, up and back where we want it. Then we're going to use the G to help us get into the ER sound. And the G is made with the same placement as the K for the students to understand that and could demonstrate that a little bit. Okay, so we're going to start again with tongue up to the hard palate and hold it for 30 seconds. We've done this every lesson. It's a good one. It makes their tongues really strong. So let me get my timer ready. And again, we have the SAR game out. We're not going to continue to do games for purposes of demonstration. If you have any just flat boards, Arctic games, anything, anything can work. As long as the kids, they're just so happy to play a game. They don't really care what it is. Okay. So we're going to start 30 seconds with tongue up to the hard palate again. Look for that string. Okay, go.
I'm having a hard time.
Mm-hmm. 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 So I'll be saying, good job, you got it, hold it, hold it, hold it. You got it. If they slide, drops, that's okay. But if they're practicing at home and you're doing all the exercises week to week, they should be able to do this pretty well. Okay. I know. So now the next exercise.
Oh, and then that one is hold for 30 seconds, repeat 5 times.
All right, sorry.
That's okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The next exercise, number 2, is instead of the straw, we're going to use toothbrush again. Straws are too flimsy and they tend to bite down, and then you're not getting the space between their teeth. So if they have a straw, they'll inevitably do this. And we don't want them to do that. I want their teeth apart. Or sideways if that's too big. Mm-hmm. You want me to write right? Okay. I'm just going to TB.
Sure.
Okay.
We're writing down toothbrush instead of straw and the directions.
Okay. So again, you're going to have a picture to demonstrate in the book what this looks like, which helps the kids too sometimes. Okay?
I like it in this picture how it shows the tongue is way back there.
Mm-hmm.
And I try and tell the kids, so that's the straw and your tongue is, that's what it's going to look like inside.
Okay. Okay. All right. So lesson 2. You're going to help them get it back to their molars.
I'm sorry, lesson 3, number 2.
Oh my gosh.
We're fine.
We're a team. Start over.
No, we're good.
Lesson 3, number 2. So you're going to bite on the toothbrush. Another reason not to use the straw. You should be smiling, as in that picture that I showed, and your tongue is up and behind the toothbrush. We're going to do this for 30 seconds again, and again, it's repeated 5 times. This is an easy one. They don't usually mind this. They can easily play a game with this activity.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the same as what we were doing before, the day before, or the lesson before, just having it behind? And
Yeah,
the tongue
is going to be behind.
Okay, that's all we have to remember.
Yeah,
okay.
We want to keep it back to your molars. You can see they have it back pretty far in the picture. So.
Okay, so this one might be back farther.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good. Mm-hmm. You have to keep an eye on the kids. Make sure it doesn't go up below. You want to make sure you won't be able to see their tongue if they have it in the right spot, basically.
Okay, and that one is hold for 30 seconds, repeat 5 times.
Many of them are like this. That's why the game is important, because it's very monotonous if you're just all sitting there. Plus the cognitive load, I think, is good. I think we've worked on that with some other Arctic programs where having to do an Arctic activity or something while you're doing something else, I think makes it even stronger if they can maintain it while they're doing another activity. Okay, so the next, number 3 in lesson 3 is to pull your tongue up and back without the toothbrush or straw and make a long K and then ah sound again. We did this last time. So you're going to hold each position for 5 seconds and repeat 10 times. So we're doing the ah.
And I think last time it was 3 seconds.
3 seconds, and now
we're
it's
5.
longer.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, same activity, just a little more time on it. Okay,
right.
So ready to go? Mm-hmm. We'll just do 3 for practice. Okay, that's great.
And I could feel it tighter saying versus ka.
Oh, good, good. Yeah, you were having to hold it longer like that?
Well, I mean saying instead of ka.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
I feel it makes it tighter.
Good, that's awesome. That's what we want. You need your tongue tight for the R, definitely. So again, as we said, each position's 5 seconds, and you repeat that series 10 times. The next activity, you're going to hold your tongue up and back for the K, and then do the ah again. It's exact same activity, exact same amount of time, but you do it silently.
And the ah is silent also.
Yes.
Okay.
The whole activity is silent, so we'll just do it together. We'll just do 3 times again.
And I'm looking in my mirror if you're wondering why I'm looking over here. Because I'm nervous.
You don't see both of our mouths, but yeah, she's concentrating.
Okay.
Okay, ready, set, go. Okay.
Yeah, I felt myself making the K sound a little bit because I forgot. And then the other thing that I think about with some of the students I work with, their mouth isn't open wide enough. So that's something I found is that sometimes they're like, their whole mouth isn't tight enough or wide enough.
Yes.
So they're just, it's very lax.
It's really true.
And
it's
so
really true.
in that one, I felt like I had to open my mouth.
Oh, good.
So that might be good for some of my students.
It is really true. It does happen there. They like to have their mouths closed more. It's hard for them too to do this silently for some reason.
It is hard.
It's a little tricky. Yeah, it's a little tricky. So, but just encourage them, to be quiet as they're doing the activity and to try to be, silent if they can. There's just one more activity, and this is where we're going to integrate the G, like I was talking about. So we're going to bite on the straw with our back molars. So what that means is this time the straw is going in this way. And the purpose is to hold your mouth open. Straight out, like this. So they'll go like this, like that. It's going to mess up their mouth shape if they do that. So straight in is the best.
And sometimes they'll bend it down or hold it down, and then sometimes they'll let go.
Yeah.
And you got to hold on to it.
Yeah. If the kids let go and try to do it while they're doing the exercises, it starts wiggling around, and then they're concentrating on getting it in their mouth, and they're not really concentrating on the exercises. So have them hold the toothbrush.
I'm going to watch you first.
And I'll hold it for them sometimes. If they are having difficulty with it, I just hold the toothbrush. It's just easier till they get used to it. Okay, so you're going to pull your tongue up and back behind the straw and say grr with
toothbrush.
Or toothbrush. Oh, gosh, I did it again.
That's okay.
I wish we could go back.
It's okay. We're going to just say toothbrush. And you'll write
Yeah.
that there for me.
Yep. Okay, so sorry, I got a fly zipping around in here. You're gonna go like this and say grrr with your tongue back. Grrr. I'll pull your tongue back. Grr.
Grr.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure I'm doing it right. Watch my tongue.
Hold your toothbrush.
Grr. My tongue's not flipping back,
Right.
so I need to curve
Flip
it
it back
back.
a little more, yeah. Grr.
There
you go. Your tongue is up. Good, good.
So I'm not sure if I did that right.
You can also, if you want, if they're having a hard time managing it, I mean, you could try it this way. But it seems a little more difficult and a little more. What do you think?
I don't know.
The main reason for the toothbrush, like I had said earlier, is to keep the
This
mouth
helps me-
open.
This helps me keep my tongue back further.
Okay.
To me, it might be easier. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me. I'll have
Nope,
to
and that's
practice.
totally fine. If this works better, to keep the tongue back, as a reminder, by all means, do it this way.
I think I get my tongue up more with that.
That's good. Okay. And this one, you should also, they mention also that they should feel the sides of their tongue up.
On the molars.
Uh-huh.
That's right.
So when you're doing that R, because a lot of times what I find is as we go along, what a lot of the kids are doing is they're using a pointed tongue to make the R.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't sound like an R. And it's like, gosh, their tongue is up. Why isn't it working? And then it's because they're not using the sides. They have to use the sides. And the video that Sarah Lynn talked about earlier, the Peachy Speechy one, she does a nice job about showing how to use the sides of your tongue. And she can do it really big and use the mouth model and everything. And it's pretty easy to look at. So anyway, you do that 20 times. Okay, 20 times. They're going to do the grrr with the toothbrush. This way. Grrr.
Or that way.
Grrr. Yeah. It's harder for you to see what they're doing like this, but it's might be easier to get the R going. So